I made a comment to my ex-husband when we signed our divorce, and his girlfriend now accuses me of being the reason he didn't propose to her on Christmas. We were together 17 years, the kind of love story people write movies about. He was my entire world, and I genuinely believed I was his. Every morning started with a kiss. Every evening ended with him falling asleep during whatever movie we were watching, his head in my lap, always missing the ending. We'd laugh about it the next day. Then, about 2 years ago, everything shifted. It wasn't gradual. It was like someone flipped a switch. The good morning kisses stopped. The good night ones too. He stopped asking me on dates, and when I suggested them, he always had an excuse. Too tired, too much work, maybe next week. The movie nights changed completely. Instead of dozing off next to me, he sat on the opposite couch, phone in hand, barely watching. The space between us felt like miles. He stopped saying I love you, stopped texting me during his lunch break like he had for over a decade. Just stopped. I knew what it meant. Deep in my gut, I knew. But I didn't want to be that wife who accuses without proof, so I waited, watched, hoped I was wrong. 2 months of this torture. And finally, he came home one evening and said the words that shattered everything. I'm in love with someone else. I want a divorce. She was in her early 30s. I was in my late 40s. The math wasn't hard to figure out. I was completely heartbroken, but I made a decision right then. I would never beg someone to love me. Not even him. Especially not him. He moved out within a week. She moved in with him not long after that. The divorce process started, and I kept my head high through all of it. My ex-husband is very successful. Very. And our divorce was straightforward because we'd always kept things fair. No drama, no fighting over assets, just the end of us. The final signing was a couple weeks ago. I hadn't seen him much during the separation, maybe twice, and both times I couldn't bring myself to actually look at him. Our son even mentioned that his dad complained about it, said it bothered him that I wouldn't meet his eyes anymore. I was surprised when he showed up at the lawyer's office. I thought he'd already signed and didn't need to be there. But there he was, sitting across from me with his attorney. I signed the papers, my hand was steady. And then, for the first time in 2 years, I looked directly at him. He was smiling, probably relieved that I was finally okay enough to acknowledge his existence again. Like everything was going to be fine now that the divorce was done. And I don't know what came over me. I've been so careful, so dignified, so civil through this entire nightmare. But in that moment, something broke. I smiled back at him and said, you know what? You just lost the last woman who will ever love you for who you actually are. Not for your money, not for what you can provide, just you. His smile faltered. Confusion crossed his face, then shock, then something that looked like genuine pain. And then he started crying, right there in the lawyer's office, full tears streaming down his face. I panicked. I didn't expect that reaction at all. I just grabbed my bag and left, practically running to my car. This morning, I woke up to a text from his girlfriend, pages of it. Insults about my character, my looks, my age, how I'm a bitter old woman who can't handle that he's happy now. But here's the thing that made her so angry. Apparently, he was supposed to propose to her on Christmas. Big family gathering, her whole extended family there, the whole production planned. He didn't do it, and now he refuses to talk about it. Won't discuss it with her, won't explain anything to her family, just shut down completely. She says it's my fault, that what I said at the signing ruined everything, that I deliberately sabotaged their relationship because I'm jealous. I blocked her immediately, but I can't stop thinking about it. Did I ruin their relationship? Part of me wonders. But honestly, a bigger part of me doesn't even care. Because when I looked at him in that office, really looked at him for the first time in years, he just looked old, tired, pathetic even. And I realized something. I don't think I ever really knew him. Or maybe I did. And this is who he always was. And I just didn't want to see it. Either way, that man crying in the lawyer's office wasn't my husband. My husband died 2 years ago when he chose someone else. This is just a stranger who happens to have my last name on some old documents.